welcome yet again to another video of Scrivosphere. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the new Mutants. Recently finally watched it, and is it good or is it bad? Well, I don't know where to put it. There's a lot of stuff in there that is quite enjoyable, but at the same time, it's not a complete piece of shit. It doesn't feel like a terrible X-Men film that we've had in previous times. So, that's quite impressive. The characters. So I'm gonna split this up a little bit. I'll start talking about the characters, then I'll start talking about the plot. Then some extra details in there. So for the characters, the main characters, Danny. She feels like a typical sort of teen that's having problems and nothing's going right for her, and she gets to this new place and it's even worse. And that's all it is. She's just a character going through PTSD. That is literally all she is for this plot of the film. And the whole lesbian thing. I mean, it was really weird watching them watch Buffy. While they were watching Buffy, they had all these things happen. Willow and Tara kissing, and then it's revealed later on that they're actually the two lesbian characters. It's just a little bit strange, and a little bit funny as well. Like, she's a bit Willow to a certain extent. The red hair is pretty much it for the second character, who's played by Maisie Williams. She's got the hairstyle down, but she turns into a werewolf. Very odd. So it's a bit weird. She's like an amalgamation of Willow and Oz at the same time, while the other one's basically Tara. But her power, bringing out fears. It's typical X-Men, where you get a terrible power. There's always one or two that have a power that you naturally wouldn't want in the real world, and that is this person. But I'm making this a very short video. I'm not talking about it much. But the other characters, you have the typical jock, you have the bit of a nerd, the bitch, all these characters are typical, very 90s, and it very much shows in the way the film is. The writers got inspiration from, like A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Breakfast Club, films that have these typical notions, and turns it into horror. Talking about the horror, it's very limited in this film. It doesn't feel like the horror is genuine, because it's not. It's not. It's just an amalgamation of powers. That's all it is. It's nothing more, nothing less, and that is the problem with it. If they had given it a different stance, like maybe make the horror side of things be actually something horror based, like if it was a ghost like in the actual asylum or demons or something like that, rather than it be something that's caused by one of the characters, which means it's a very easy fix. That's what my problem was with the film. Giving the villain, there is no villain. Realistically, the whole thing with the X group and Mrs. Sinister connections was a bit poor as well, and the Doctor, Dr. Reyes, she's just. It was a point. It was a boring character. She's a boring character to me. Moving on from the characters and the plot, again, related to what I just said about the horror thing, they could have gone down a very different route, and they decided to go down the typical, she's causing it, she's the problem, get rid of the problem by her fixing it herself. You know what I mean? It's really bad, and I wish they hadn't done it that way. But unfortunately, they did. So. Do I think that we're going to see anything connected to this in the MCU? No. Because obviously this is the first film that has been released while Disney has been under control of Fox. But this film was meant to come out, 3 years ago? 2017 it was due to come out, in April of 2017, and we finally get it in September 2020. Was it worth the wait? We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, like other parts of the film that I want to talk about is the acting. The acting isn't all that great in it. I think Maisie Williams maybe kills it, and that's it. You have the guy from Stranger Things as well that he does okay with what he's got, but it's a film that when you're watching it, you might enjoy certain beats of it, but it's boring. I say it's a lot better than personally. I think it's a lot better than Dark Phoenix. If you're looking at the X-Men films, it's better than Dark Phoenix. But it's not something that I want to be talking about much more. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, which gives away my idea. Now, for these solo movie reviews, I will be ranking them out of 10. This gets a 3, edging on a 4. And it only gets that because of the stuff that I did enjoy. I enjoyed it quite well. The stuff I did enjoy of it was actually pretty decent. So yeah, that's all I'm going to be talking about today. Nice quick video, my thoughts on what is a pretty bad film, but again, there are parts of it you can enjoy of it. Don't think I missed anything. I mean, there was a little bit of craziness in there that I don't want being repeated in any horror film ever. So, thanks for watching. As I say, nice and quick, nothing much. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate some likes and some comments on my videos. Give me a few tips. What didn't you like about this? Is it too short? Was it too long talking about a film I didn't like? Do you want a few more details? Do you want less details? Do you just want to know? Do you just want me to get to the point of it? So let me know. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. Subscribe to me. But this is what it is. These reviews aren't going to be a lengthy 10-15 minutes like most of my videos are sometimes. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Squiversphere. I've been Squiver, this has been Squiversphere, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.